The Nile River, a majestic artery flowing through the heart of Africa, is a spectacle of nature's grandeur. Stretching over 6,650 kilometers, it holds the title of the world's longest river. Its journey begins in the heart of Africa, with its most distant headwaters originating in Burundi. From there, the Nile embarks on a northward voyage, meandering through 11 countries: Burundi, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, South Sudan, the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ethiopia, Eritrea, Sudan, and finally Egypt, where it dramatically meets the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile is not simply a river, it is the lifeblood of the African continent, a source of life, sustenance, and history for millennia. Its basin, encompassing a vast area of over 3.4 million square kilometers, is home to a diverse tapestry of cultures, ecosystems, and people. The river's presence has shaped the destiny of this region, influencing everything from the rise and fall of ancient civilizations to the daily lives of millions today. The Nile's journey is a tale of two rivers, the White Nile and the Blue Nile, each with its own unique character. The White Nile, originating from Lake Victoria, provides a steady and reliable flow of water. In contrast, the Blue Nile, descending from the Ethiopian highlands, brings with it a surge of water during the rainy season, carrying rich, fertile silt that nourishes the lands along its banks. As the White Nile and Blue Nile converge in Khartoum, Sudan, they unite to form the mighty Nile River, which then continues its northward flow, carving its way through arid landscapes and creating a ribbon of life across the Sahara Desert. The Nile River's significance extends far beyond its geographical presence. Its waters have borne witness to the rise and fall of some of history's most remarkable civilizations. The ancient Egyptians in particular revered the Nile as the giver of life, recognizing its crucial role in their survival. For the ancient Egyptians, the Nile was more than just a source of water, it was a divine entity, a god to be worshipped and appeased. The annual floods, though sometimes destructive, deposited fertile silt along the riverbanks, enabling the Egyptians to cultivate crops and sustain their population. This predictable cycle of flood and retreat formed the backbone of Egyptian agriculture and, by extension, their civilization. The Nile's influence permeated every aspect of ancient Egyptian life, from their religious beliefs and agricultural practices to their art, architecture, and social structure. They developed ingenious irrigation systems, such as canals and basins, to harness the river's waters and maximize their agricultural output. The Nile also served as a vital transportation route, connecting communities and facilitating trade within their vast empire. The legacy of the Nile's influence on ancient Egypt is etched in stone, literally, in the form of towering pyramids, magnificent temples, and intricate hieroglyphics. These enduring monuments stand as testaments to the ingenuity and resilience of a civilization that thrived on the banks of this remarkable river. Beyond its historical significance, the Nile River boasts an astonishing array of biodiversity, hosting a rich tapestry of life both within its waters and along its banks. From microscopic organisms to large mammals, the Nile's ecosystem teems with creatures uniquely adapted to this extraordinary environment. The Nile is home to a remarkable variety of fish species, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. Among the most iconic is the Nile perch, a formidable predator that can grow to impressive sizes. Other notable inhabitants include the tigerfish, known for its sharp teeth and aggressive nature, and the lungfish, a fascinating species capable of breathing air and surviving in oxygen-deprived waters. The river's edges teem with life, providing sanctuary for a diverse array of birds, mammals, and reptiles. The Nile crocodile, one of the largest crocodile species in the world, lurks beneath the water's surface, while hippos wallow in its shallows. Above, flocks of vibrantly colored birds such as kingfishers, bee-eaters, and African fish eagles patrol the skies, adding a symphony of sounds to the river's ambience. The Nile's banks are adorned with lush vegetation, ranging from papyrus reeds and water lilies to towering acacia trees and doom palms. These plants provide habitat and sustenance for a multitude of creatures, including insects, amphibians, and small mammals. While the Nile River teems with life, its ecosystem is finely balanced and increasingly vulnerable to human-induced pressures. Pollution, climate change, and habitat destruction pose significant threats to the delicate web of life that relies on the river's health. Agricultural runoff, industrial discharge, and untreated sewage from growing populations along the river's course pollute the Nile's waters, threatening the survival of its aquatic inhabitants. The construction of dams, while essential for water management and hydroelectric power generation, alters the river's natural flow patterns, impacting fish migration and breeding cycles. Climate change exacerbates these challenges. Rising temperatures and unpredictable rainfall patterns lead to more frequent droughts and floods, disrupting the delicate balance of the Nile's ecosystem. These changes threaten not only the river's biodiversity, but also the livelihoods of millions who depend on its resources. Protecting the Nile's delicate ecosystem requires a concerted effort from all stakeholders. Sustainable water management practices, pollution control measures, and conservation initiatives are essential to ensure the river's health for generations to come.